Hi everyone, well we've got our stem of leaves now, and they've been done with the soft seafoam ink. So I'm going to do one solid and one making it more look like leaves. So let's come down and have a look at this, how this is done. Okay, so we're going to start off with our solid one first. So I'm going to use my big tool. And don't forget, just rub it through your hair like the old nappy pins we used to do. Now we're just going to do a solid one here. So we're just going to come in with little circular motions and solid onto this one. Okay, so we're going to come down and just do our circular motions and do our solid. Our solid leaves. So you can sort of see it's just becoming white with the green around it. It's just very solid white work. Okay, so it's stretching the paper and it's very solid. Okay, so you sort of, when you're looking at your leaves, you can see that they cross over one another. So this one comes down a little bit on this. So work out which leaf you want looking like it's on top of the other leaf. Okay, so this one looks like it's now on top of this leaf. So if that's the case, when you're coming back to this leaf, you don't want to go right close to that line. Okay, I'm just going to draw a line either side of it. You want to leave a little bit of a gap. Okay, and then work out over this side which leaf's going to go over the top. So I think I'm going to have this leaf go over the top, this outside leaf. So this one's going to be underneath. So I'm going to work this one in circular motions, coming down to this one, but not quite to where I've done that line. Okay, just soften, more softer towards that line. Okay, and then so you can sort of see now we've got it happening here. You can sort of see the leaf coming down here. Now we're going to do this bit down here. And you can sort of see now we've got this leaf coming in over the top and this leaf's underneath. But this one is going to be over the top, but we're going to have just a very fine and very soft emboss through here, because we want the leaf to still be there, but just very softly because they're transparent. So we're going to come into this one now. I'm just going to make sure that you've got your tool going the way you like it. Don't have it on a scratchy part, like you sometimes might have it on a bit of a scratchy part. Just keep turning your tool around until it slides smoothly over your vellum. Okay, now we're going to have this going in this bit here. Oh, this one sort of goes over the top of this one. So we're going to have this one coming in over the top. So you can sort of see we've got our leaves that look like this one's coming over the top, this one's underneath, this one's over the top, but then this one's going to be over the top of this one. Okay, so we want this one over the top. So we're going to come in more solid up in this area here. Okay, then you're going to have to keep working it and get a really lovely back on this. And it's just stretching the vellum out as you go. Okay, so just take your time, because it is hard stretching the vellum out to start off with. You've got to try not to get lots of bulges and lines happening through. But you can always come back over if you see a line that's not meant to be there. So you can sort of see now we have, this one's over, this one's under, this one's over this leaf, but this one's over this leaf. Then you can sort of see the stems coming down here, and you sort of go, well, do I want the stem in there or not? And that's entirely up to you whether you want the stem in there or not. Okay, you'll still see it. So if you want the stem in there, come either side of the stem. Okay, so come either side of the stem and do your work from that. Circular motions, and you'll get your stem to be in there. I love white work. I just do. I think it looks absolutely amazing when you've got it on your cards. So you can sort of see we've got our stem there because we haven't come just over the top of it. You don't want to come over the top of stems or over parts. You want to go either side of them, okay, so that you get that little bit shadowing effect. Now our leaf is coming in here, so I'm just going to look at that a little bit better. Okay, so this leaf is going over this one here, so I want this one over this one. And then I want this one to be softer towards this line here. Okay, because the leaf's going over it. So you're just going to do little circular motions, but not heavy, just light. You're not putting much pressure on it. You're just sort of like changing the color of the vellum, but not actually putting too much pressure onto it. And then you can sort of do a little bit more pressure. And you sort of can work back down over it. Once you've stretched it a little bit, you can come back and work over it. So you can sort of see that it's lighter in through here, in this area. So we want to darken up this one here. Okay, so we've got our leaves happening, our stem happening here, and our leaves happening here. So that's a solid one. So you can sort of see that, I might hold it up on the black. It does show up a lot better on the black. So you can sort of see your individual leaves now. Okay, so you really go soft towards the line. When you're working on the back, it's a lot different. Okay, so you've got to work out your lines. So it's darker up the top here, but when you're heading towards this line, you're going to be very soft in this area here. Okay, so you're going to be very soft in this area. You're going to take off the pressure when you're heading down towards this leaf. So heavier up the top, but coming in very lightly more around that. So when you turn it over, you can sort of see you've got, it looks like a separate leaf to this leaf. Okay. Really beautiful. So I'm going to come back in a minute. I'm going to let you practice that one. This is what we call the solid one, and making the leaves individually. So you can sort of see that they look individual. It looks like this one's over the top of that one and that one's over the top of that one. You can see your stem coming down. So there's the little practices there. You can come through and do your stem all the way down, which I'll just go over the top of the, just coming straight over the top of the ink. So you can sort of see I've just come down over the top of the ink because you want to cut that out. You'll be wanting to cut that out. I'm going to hold that up on the black because you can sort of see it's so different. So I've just come down over there and you'll want to cut that out. So I'm going to leave this one like that on this video. So have a practice at the solid one, and then we'll come back and we'll do the white work with making a different shape leaf like we did before, okay? But with the cluster of leaves. So good luck, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.